What's that noise? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she's alive! Have a look at that, YouTubers. That is a female wasp, or hornet. She survived like that, attacking, mind you, attacking. Look at that prong, look at that. Look at that. Oh, fucking real. You know, she survived like that, attacking, trying to get at me. Right? Sorry. For 5 hours. 5 hours. Have a look at that. Hey? Alright. Rightio. So, turn the light off. Be on camera. Hair makeup. Yeah. There's Wood Chip. She's a sandwich. She's grown up a little bit. Her eyes have opened up. She's going to have a nap. Right. Now, just remembered something. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, how's that for a fucking catch? How was that? That was right now and then. So I've got this. Is it? Microphone. I've been plugging it in, but I haven't been correctly using it. So, while I've got you here now, your undivided attention, I'll use it. I'll put that wasp away, because they can still sting you, even though they're dead. It's like snakes. They can still sting you, still bite you, or still, you know, give you a venomous bite, even though they're dead. Yeah. I'll plug this in here. Hang on. Excuse me. Hang on. Just bear with me. All right. JB's all over the shop. Oh yeah. Okay. That in there. Now, I'm going to pause it. Good morning. So, at the start of this video will be the start. This is the second start, okay, because I messed it up because I was using that. I'll plug that in after. So, you'll see the wasp and wood chip. Looks like a sandwich. Here, I'll show you. See ya? This wood chip. Have a look at her. Hey? She's grown a bit. At least her eyes are fully open now. She runs around inside. Oscar loves her. Cocky's been running around after her. So we think we found the cure for Cocky plucking. This one will definitely take Cocky's mind off wanting to pluck feathers, because she's constantly chasing Cocky and Cocky's chasing her. So it's good. And Oscar gets in the middle. If Cocky gets a bit, right, he protects Wood Chip. Right. Something that's been on my mind for quite a long time. And I don't know, we've all probably thought it, but never raised the question. So, with government institutions, okay, such as Vic Roads, you know, or any, you know, say the ACCC, WorkSafe, all of them, right? Okay. Now, they're run by the government. They don't have to run at a profit because they're not a business, right? It's like the governing bodies that they have on, you know, say, all right, example, Coles and Woolworths, right? They've just started another overseeing governing body for those two stores, right? And I did hear they were going to be handing down a couple of fines for Coles and Woolworths, right? Adding up to something of about $100 million. Plus you've got all these other governing bodies that have fines. They fine, like WorkSafe, and you know, they're all fines. What I want to know is this. Because they're not a business, I understand that if the organisation or the governing body has to make money to be able to pay for the salary or the wages of the people running it, that's it. It really is a non-profitable thing because we all pay tax, right? Where does that money go? Because the way I see it is this. Our speeding fines or anything to do with the road, right, that the police hand down. So drunk driving, speeding fines, parking fines, you know, anything driving to do with vehicles fines and stuff, I believe should go back to, they should go back into the roads, right, and keep the upkeep of our roads. So I don't understand, because it's a lot of money. If you sit down and actually add it up, right, put it this way, I added it up just in Regos alone for 12 months for now. Vic Roads in Victoria, it's a state thing, it's not federal. Just in registrations alone, now there's 6 million people in Victoria, right? So you sort of go, all right, okay, so 2.8 million people have a vehicle, some sort of vehicle, right? To your backyard trailer, to your biggest truck, right? And you bring the average down, right? So you raise the trailer cost of a trailer, which is what I think they're about $250 a year. So you average it, everything puts to an average. So big semi trailers all to an average, right? So you go $850, right? Okay, a year. So 2.6 million times $850. Anyone hazard a guess to what that is? 1.3 billion. And regos go up every year without fail. But don't forget, Vic Roads also do licensing, roadworthies, inspections, blah 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 blah. Vic Roads makes around about, and each state has their own. So Queensland have their QV road, whatever they call their fucking, you know, we call it Vic Roads here, right? Between $4.5 billion. Not bad money. Now, the staff are on a pretty good wicket there, but there's still a lot of money that's left on the table. Where's all that go? Why am I still hitting the same fucking pothole down the same fucking road I travel down when I go on the ride for the past 20 years? What I also don't understand is this, with our bushfires and stuff. When I was in America, right, they don't have trees that actually get anywhere near the road. So that you've got forest. I'll give you an example, right? So you look at say a 2-lane freeway or interstate. So they've got highways and interstates, and then they've got freeways, right? So in interstate, right, 2 lanes, maybe 3 lanes. Their lanes are huge. So if you were to put their 2 lanes in there over here, they would be roughly about 3, and with an emergency lane. That's how big they are. They're wide. So first of all, over there, they give every car and every driver room. No one's close. The other thing is the medium strip. Over here, we can always see the traffic on the other side, right? The medium strip, it's only so wide, right? Over there, they're medium strip. You can't see the other you can't see the other side of the road, the other side. You can't see the other cars most of the time because it's up to 2 acres, 3 acres in length, and it's a forest on its own. But the trees are right away from the road edge. So if there's, hurricane, wind, there's just no way known. Debris gets on the road. Fires, nothing. Here, we've like even in King Lake, after the Black Saturday, there's dead trees, limbs hanging over the road. I mean, common sense tells you, it's dead or it's hanging over a road. Is the government really switched on? Are they really doing their job, or are they just fucking, going on junkets every weekend? There's a lot of money, and I mean, I know we bark about a lot of things, right? Well, yeah, we do actually. A lot of people have a bark about a lot of things, right? Fucking, the Furbies in our school system, and don't disturb the Furbies. And I mean, in all honesty, if your child wants to dress up as a fucking animal, a Furby as they call them, right? It shouldn't be. If I was a parent of that school that had a child going to a normal school, that kid who thinks it's a Furby shouldn't be going to that school. It's mental. Mental. Okay? Fucking mental. It's like, it goes like this. When I was being trained in dressage, which is involved in a horse, right? Okay, riding a horse and learning about horse care and everything else like that. You know what no one did? I never saw anyone do? Rock up with their dog to do horse training with a dog. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. So why is it fucking happening in our schools? Your child's mental, and you're mental to think your child's normal. Okay? Kiddie litter trays in the kids' toilets and stuff like that. Fucking Christ almighty. I'll tell you now. You've all heard the saying, grab these kids that think they're this and that, right? Okay? And put them in the bedroom with grandma. Not their parents, grandma. That tells you that back in the day, and don't forget we all love grandma and we love pop, yeah? Okay? But grandma will definitely sort you the fuck out very quickly. I think there are some cases where children are a bit confused, but I think most of them are just taking the piss because they can. No one's willing to challenge it. People need to be challenged. But getting back to what's going on in Sydney shooter. Like Sydney's going off, burning the car again. Fucking Levos. A lot of money gets left on the table. And I said this to Mary just recently. I said, so in regards to this governing body that's overlooking the supermarkets chains for price gouging, which they are, right? And they get fined, and we're talking like a bit of money, a fucking bit of money. We're 100 million or more. What do they do with the money? I don't think they need advertising, that governing body. I don't think the stores need advertising. I said to Mary, it'd be nice to think that money that they take in a fine gets repurposed and handed out in ways back to the community, to the needy. The people, I shouldn't say needy, but people who are struggling a bit, right? And there's a few people, right? And filter it down that way. Because with governing bodies, they don't need to make money. They're not a business. But this isn't happening. So where's all this money going? Because there's a lot of money. A lot of fines get issued. Where does all the fucking money for the fines for WorkSafe go? Ask Sedgar. I reckon Sedgar would know. Sedgar would fucking know. John Sedgar would fucking know. Right? He would know. Right? Fucking PTSD. Jesus fucking Christ, that's a fucking joke, isn't it? I mean, does the bloke need to be just reminded that he was the president, the leader of the CFMEU? You know, what's their slogan? Touch one, touch all. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, touch one, touch one, touch all. Go Cobra Kai, yeah. Fucking dickheads, fucking idiots, mate. You know, I can say that I was on a union site and I felt the lash of the union site. You know, what gets me about a union site, right, is this: we started on the rail, right, and at Broadmeadows, right, and there was no union. It was me, 5 other blokes, and 15 kilometres of digging a trench, which we were never going to do. You know, and so I rang up a friend just to get because McDonald's was our first aid, our toilet, our meeting area, everything. It's stupid. That's just not. And we had no communication. There was nothing, right? So we needed some organisation. We needed other bodies in there, right? But the way the union came on, it's just all about the fucking money, you know. A couple of the guys who worked on a union site, say 4 years ago, they haven't been working on a union site. So you just think in your own head, I'm not a union site. I'm working, but I'm not on a union site. I don't have to pay me weekly, you know, fund. These blokes come on, these reps, these shop stewards come on, and they go, to one of the guys, oh, mate, you owe us $4,500 in unpaid, you know, membership. So what do you mean? Oh, you were on a union site and you didn't ring in and tell us that you're off, you know. So we kept on. Well, that's your fucking problem. This is what he said. Well, that's your fucking problem. The job was finished. Don't you know when jobs are finished? Like this. Right. Well, it's just straight on about money. Then they hit Terry, you know, our boss. You know, oh, well, you got to be paying them. They're scared the fuck out of it. He was already paying us all right. Right, they came in and fucked everything. But what got me is when a union comes on site, they are supposed to go through, do their due diligence through all the paperwork. Yes? You're paying them. They're there to protect you. Right? And in this case, they didn't. The only thing they looked at was the impact on the infamous growling fucking frog. Anyone in Victoria who's been in the building trade or anything to do with, you know, any mass, you know, building or project, the growling frog will always fucking turn its head up, you know. And the actual thing was, I fucking found one. I thought that was bullshit. I actually found one. But anyway, so what happened was is they came on, right, and they're fucking stinging everyone and their mates are getting on and fucking this and that. Oh, fuck, it was a joke. Anyway, it turns out that they'd only looked at the impact on the environment. Well, when asbestos turned up, they washed their hands and they put it back on the main Alstroms, the rail, on them. Oh, it's your fault. Now, no, it's not. You've come on site. The deal goes that any job over $7 million or anything being built over 5 stories, it becomes a union site. Right? So why can't the union get in trouble? Why is it when the fucking guys are dying on these building sites, right, the union steps back and blames the fucking main, you know, the main project managers? Hang on a minute. Every union site I've ever seen and heard of, the union's running the site. Simple as that. Not just anyone can come in. They've got their blokes on the gate. So why can't they? They never get wrecked. They always say, oh, bloke got crushed by a forklift or that crane fucking fell over. Well, okay, you're a union, yeah? Don't you have your trained blokes there to make sure when the crane's assembled or that's assembled or this is assembled or that's stored over there, that they're you know, professionals in their area? Yeah? No. No. Yeah? No. You're more like fucking runners. You do nothing, right? You know, unions in this country kill us. They fucking kill us. You know, jobs. I mean, you go over America, mate. Their road systems are unbelievable. Our road workers, mate, they're just still they're bum crack fucking flashes. That's all they are, bum crack flashes. You know, I mean, before they even think about fixing a hole, they should just think about pulling their pants up or filling that crack of their ass, mate. Because I mean, I tell you, some of those ass cracks you see on the freeway, and you're slowing down to 40, mate. You can get disorientated. You get the fright of your fucking life, mate. You know, dirty bastards. You know, talk about fucking, you know, offensive. Fuck. You know, we can't say, how are you, mate? You know, because it might be a fucking female, but it's really looking like a bloke. But it's okay for this bloke over here to just hang his ass crack out. That's all right. Beauty Newt, how you going? So getting back to all these government organisations that have got taken in these fines, what are they doing with the money? Let's start asking. Because I would like to see that money, especially now that they've started this new governing body that's overlooking the supermarkets, which is to do with food and the way we, you know, necessities. And there's people out there, families out there, a lot of people out there that need a hand. And I don't think it's fair, right? Especially now this is a new organisation, right? And it's just starting. I reckon we should just get on and really ask what he is doing with all the money, all the fines, the money that you're getting from fines. What's going on with it? You know? No. I don't mind if it's going towards our national debt, you know, chipping that down. You know, I mean, Victoria's paying in interest every day. In interest, just interest alone. Every fucking day. Thanks to fucking Andrews and Sedgwick, right? And a couple of other fucking shady characters in there too, right? First name Mick, another one Farouk, right? Yeah, you know what you did, you know? He has your hands all over it, all over everything. Fuck me, mate, you know. I like staunch blokes, you know, that go, yeah, yeah, I'm a crook, whatever. Not afraid to say it. They are what they are. I mean, they're not redlighting themselves, but they're not going to, I'm an honest man, honest man. Mick Gatto, he bought a property in South Yarra, right, or Kew, and the house that he bought, right, okay, obviously there was a neighbour, and that neighbour wasn't there. He was overseas. When he came back, he found that Mick, right, who bought the neighbouring property to him, had seized some of his land. Yeah, he had to go, and Mick thought it was up for the taking. Listen, Mick. Let me tell you something. Mick, come here. You know how the old wogs around Coburg, right, and Preston, right, over the time they used to take the alley. You know, they push their fence back, or you go down any drainage, and you can tell which one of the wogs' places, right, because they've got a garden out the back. They've extended the fence line out the back in the drainage system. Okay, it doesn't work like that in Kew. Okay, all right, or Templestone. All right, you know, it just doesn't. Okay, you can't be doing that. Right, and as it was, he lost that one. Right, it's a bit like when him and Johnny Curry went over to the Philippines to go and get the people's money back that they put in there. They came back pretty quick, didn't they? They were supposed to be gone for fucking 2 weeks. They came back within 5 days, mate. Right? When they come back, their asses handed them. But anyway, so we're a bit off topic. Yeah, so yeah, because this is a new governing body overseeing these supermarket chains, right? It'd be nice to see that money being put back into the community where people can have, there's a bit of relief. You know, community centres, the food outlets, you know, things like that, because everyone's struggling, and it's everybody. You know, it's everybody struggling, right? And I don't think it's right that these governing bodies that aren't, because they're governing bodies, don't have to make money, right? Right? And they are, and when they are making money, they're making plenty of money, right? And yeah, we're still hitting the same potholes. in the road. I mean, the ACCC, come on, mate, fuck, you know. I mean, a fucking gummy shark will rip your skin off. ACCC, what do? Oh, we're going to investigate. Investigate. That's all you fucking do. And what do? Nothing. You got no powers. It's like when I said to Mary, I said, so the opposition, they can't do anything because they're the opposition. They're not in power, right? Yeah, like John Pizzuto, right? Okay. Well, he got voted out, didn't he? And he had to say fucking sorry to that bird. Fucking anyway. Why the fuck are we paying them the top dollars then? Well, they lost. They didn't get in. You know? Turn to your fucking supporters. Like in America. Turn to your supporters. When Trump's, whoever's president over there, you know, there's no, Trump only, or whoever's in power has to answer to the Senate. Now the Senate's the Senate, right? Have you seen the way they conduct themselves at Canberra? You know, and that's for Parliament House or any hall where there's supposed to be great respect held, you know? Listen, you know, stop bringing babies in there, breastfeeding. You know, people, take off your fucking hats when you walk into a room, okay? That'd be number one. Take your hat off, yeah? And breastfeeding, you know? Fuck, Christ, no, it's your God-given right. Yeah, well, it is, yeah, but this is like a court. It's like county court. I agree with the judges. No, it's a court. Why would you want to take your baby there? Honestly. And then these stupid fucking parents, they want to take their kids, month-old babies or week-old babies, to concerts. The fuck would you want to do that for? Just to prove a fucking thing. Fuck. You know, that energy that you put into wanting to get your child into this venue or whatever it is, right? Imagine putting that energy into something else, inventing something. That'd be good. Yeah. Because, really, we haven't invented anything. We've invented shit. We've bettered things, we've made things better, but we haven't invented. I know a lot of you are going to say, the internet, right? No. The computer was actually thought out and put on to paper with a pencil, not a computer. They hadn't even built the fucking thing yet. They designed it by pencil and paper. There was a lot of things sorted out that are way out of the grasp of the fucking mentality and the brains of fucking people today, right? If we were start, put it this way, I look at the brains of people today, and Cro-Magnon man had a better understanding of what he needed to do, and he couldn't even fucking talk. He could grunt, and they knew how to hunt, right? Some fucking idiots here, they don't even know how to be healthy or what a good parent is, or that's a, you know, like, I mean, I could sit here and go on forever about criticising things, you know. I mean, I'm not perfect myself, but, you know, there's an idiot and then there's just fucking idiots, mate. I mean, put it this way, I've got to register my cat. I've got to register her. Oscar's registered. The birds are registered. To own a fucking animal, you have to get a license and get registration. But to have a kid, and then they fucking pay you to have it. No one's paying me to have Oscar. Or wood chip, have a look at her. Oh, look at that face. Alright, so give that some thought. And that's my wasp. Actually went for hours. Yeah, so, and I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. I wish I could say the same. Let's all hope for a better, or not better. Let's all, we shouldn't say hope. How about we just all come together like I want it with my channel, what I've done. I looked at my channel and I saw that many people wishing each other, my subscribers, wishing each other, amongst themselves, which is fantastic, a Merry Christmas. It's fantastic. I love it. I love seeing you all interact. You know, Julie, you know, Desi, you know, Mad Cow, Paul. You know, it's great. It really is. You know, I love getting on there, and I love seeing that you're all talking amongst each other on there. You know, Scrope, Andrew, you know, and yeah, I'll be doing a thing on that today. Mate, this is what I mean, you know. With certain jobs, I understand, like, if you go into work and, you know, I don't know, what, say, you're an assembler, okay? All right, it's a job, okay? But if you're in audio or in decoration or building houses and stuff like that, really, it should be a passion. You should want to. I mean, if you're into audio, you should love music, you know? It's like being a cop, or people don't want to be a cop. They just want to do that. They want to do it for a couple of years and then get out. They're lifetime jobs, as far as I'm concerned. That's the way I was brought up to believe. You join the army, that's a lifetime job. Army, Navy, Air Force. You know, fireman, nurse, you know, tow truck driver, cop, you know, ambulance driver. They're lifetime jobs. You're going into it with a passion. You want to, you know, and that's slipping away. You know, it's like when I was going to the gym. You know, that's when it sort of started taking off around about the 2000s, 99s, 2000s. Every fucking one was an expert in training. Everybody. They go and do their 3 fucking week course, become a personal trainer. You know, they go to a gym. They give their time for fucking, what, 4 hours a week at a gym. Next minute, they get their accreditation. Oh, they fucking know everything. They fucking know it all, mate. Know it all, mate. Fucking wankers. You know, I see people. I've trained people, and that's why I don't talk about what I know I can do, right? Because if I train you, and because people will be people, you know, not everyone though, and they'll go off and tell someone, oh, this is what Justin's got me doing, and they'll go, well, I didn't do that. Well, why's he got you eating that? And then they come back, only some, and I go, okay, see ya. What? Okay, see you later. I said what it is. Not that I took people on to train with. I asked people if they'd like to train with me, right? And you know, I keep my cards pretty close to my chest even now, right? About training, everything, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I understand that everyone is different. Male, female, non-binary, right? We're all different, okay? But there is a law there. Everyone, right? Male, female, binary, right? No matter what, has to start there and do this, okay? Okay? And it works. You will show promise, okay? And something will change, right? You know, and of course, along the way, you have to adjust it a bit to that person, their lifestyle, right? But that person's got to really want it. But when they start going off, this person said, okay, here you go there. That's how quick it was. You're going to take shit. What the fucking piss this person know? Listen, you're going to fucking train with me. I've got a trophy inside. I won Mr. Victoria, okay? No one trained me. No one taught me anything. No one showed me anything. Nothing. I did all my own research. I worked out my own diet. I knew my own body. You got to know your body, right? You see these people. They walk in, right? They walk in. They get a person. They've had a personal trainer. When people say, "Oh, I've had this. They've been my personal trainer for 5 years." What the fuck? What have you been doing, you dumb fuck? It's immediately what I think. If you have a fucking trainer for really any more than 12 months, Are you fucking stupid? What, you can't pick things up? Or aren't they telling you? It's like your mechanic. Your mechanic should be telling you everything they've done to your car and what needs doing. Same with your trainer. Transparent, open, right? And you should be taking it in, right? Also taking it in, writing shit down, okay? 5 fucking years and you've still got a fucking personal trainer, and you know what? You haven't shown any fucking promise. You've shown no change. That's the other thing. These personal trainers, they'll train you to a point and they'll keep you in that area there where you're a bit down, you're stagnant, yeah? Catatonic, right? With me, when I train people, when people train with me, I had people, guys, going, Joe, I can't train with you anymore. You can ask Mary. What? Why? What? You got to change your work hours or whatever. No, I'm getting too big. Okay, that's a fucking problem. No worries. So I had a couple of girls train with me. Grass. Same exercises, everything. Same everything. And the main thing with my training was this. I've got a stretching routine that Mary's done and a couple of other people have done, right? That not only do you lose weight, but you also put on muscle and your stamina. You increase your stamina. Fact. I did it. This stretching after the gym, you're a fucking spastic. Absolute spastic. You know why? Because your fucking muscle's in a sack. That sack's full of blood. Why the fuck would you want to stretch it? When you eat, if you want to lose weight to that area of where, you know, you want to eat, say with me, I made the critical mistake not long later, you know, I was into, you know, getting ready for the comp and my shoulders were too big, way too big, and I had to lose weight off my shoulders, which is muscle. So every time for the next 4 sessions of shoulders, I did not eat after I did shoulders, because that is the most fatigued muscle in the body at that time, because I've done shoulders. So what's the body going to eat? Chow down on that muscle, and it did. Don't eat. It's like when you see women, you know, oh yeah, I've got a bit of fluid, and that first thing they always do, that fucking bottle. You know that bottle they all have? That fucking bottle of water. Yeah, sleeping. Yeah, sleeping. Right, okay. For all those women out there, right, do you realise that all women have a period, okay? You all lack vitamin D and iron, right? And you all retain fluid. I've put that many women on celery seed tablets, right? Now, celery seed tablets, the vitamin, takes a few weeks, right? I remember working at the Rex Hotel. Most of the women down there, you know, they'd ask, you know, about fluid, right? Because I was like that, like a rock, no fluid. Not that I took celery seed, it was what I was eating, but they'd ask, and that, or inflammation or whatever. And I'd say, yeah, I'll get you some. Celery seed 5,000, whatever, it's just celery seed, right? And calcium, the best calcium to take is organic kelp, all right? Okay? So, celery seed and kelp for calcium, okay? Right? Go get a pie. There it is. Don't fuck with JB. Right? Yes, I'll fucking get you.